Good morning, folks. Good morning. Well, I thought what I would do today is show you the film that I'm making and all of the scenes that have been animated. Um, we are looking at right now the editing program that I use. This is called the Movavi Video Editor, and it's a program that you can buy online for reasonable price. It's under $70, and you own it outright when you buy it. Um, what you do when you are making your film is you export each one of the scenes that you have out of the animation program. You can put those on your desktop, and then you can see here where I'm waving my mouse. This area is where your scenes will be dragged in. What you do is you click on a little thing here, File Import, and it'll say Add Files. When you click on Add Files, you will be able to drag or click onto those files and bring them into this area, which will be called the media bin. And so you have each one of your scenes in the media bin here. And then that's how you know where your scenes are. This last scene here is the one that we just finished animating. And I think if I click on this scene, you'll see it play. Yeah, see, so you can see this was the last scene that we animated, and that I animated in color just recently. So if I go back to the very beginning of the entire scenes and play it from the beginning, if you watch, you'll see that these are all of the scenes that have been animated and cut together to make our little film. And this is the name of the film, But You Are My Friends. So each one of the scenes is cut in individually and added into the film. Now, as I work, I mentioned to you earlier that you can sometimes make changes on your story. Like, for instance, there's a scene in the bin here that I did not use in my final film. That was this scene here. This was a scene of the kids when they're preschoolers, and I haven't really decided whether I'm going to keep it or not at this point. I've made the decision to not use it in the film right now, but I might change my mind about that later. So I just wanted you to see that sometimes when you're working on a film, you might change your mind about what it is you want to do on the film or scenes that you want to create. Also, too, as you're working on the film, you might also want to plan your film out so that you do your story drawings and you cut them together too in this program and then play it back. And that way you can kind of get a sense of how your story is building up so that you know where you want to go and you know how you want your story to move. Um, I didn't exactly storyboard this film because the idea for the film was taken from a book idea that I was told about. Um, I created a little book called "But You Are My Friends," and I illustrated the book from the beginning to the end. So the story was already put down in some form, not necessarily like a storyboard, but I knew where the story was going. And then as time progressed, I got to thinking that it might make a nice little short animated film. And so that's what you're seeing me do now, is I'm taking that same idea and I'm also making it into a short film. And so I'm more or less using the storybook itself as a means to tell the story and move through the story. So that's my plan. I haven't really also decided how I'm going to, what I'm going to do about it all when it's done. I had the thought of perhaps maybe doing, um, printing it as a book, or maybe doing a print on demand on the book and putting it on Amazon. So if you're interested in buying the book, it'll be on Amazon for a very inexpensive amount. And also, I'm even thinking of perhaps taking the film and putting it, packaging it with the book. So it might be something that your kids might want it also might be something that I could market in the schools, and I haven't really decided on that yet. So at this point, I just want to get the film finished, the book's finished, so maybe get the film finished and see what would be the next step on that. So anyway, I'll play this again for you from the beginning. So we'll go back to the first scene and let you see this from the beginning. Now, when I'm all done making everything on this film, then I will export it. It'll come out as a movie file, which then can be shown, you know, wherever I choose to show it. Um, so this blue button over here that I'm waving my mouse, so you hit export, your film then would be put together in the way you just saw it, and it will be put into a bin somewhere on your computer, probably in a file that will be marked video, and you'll be able to find it there. Now, inside this program, you can see this is where the scenes are down here. And I'm going to add a soundtrack which will go below these images. Once I get everything done, I'm planning to go back and add a soundtrack which will go underneath. I'm thinking of doing it as a narration, so that I may do that. And the way that would be accomplished is I would have a microphone to record the track in, or I may have the sound done separately and then mapped in underneath the images. I may do the narration myself, or I may have someone else do it. It's a process called looping, and the way it's accomplished is the person who's doing the narration will read the narration based on the pictures that they're seeing. So, in other words, I would play the movie and talk while it's playing to match the picture. So sometimes you might have to do several takes to get it right to match what you're seeing. And so that's what will happen. And then that'll go on a track under here. When we're ready to do that, I'll demonstrate how that's done and also show it to you here in this program. All right, well, this particular video is going to be a bit short since I don't have the next scene completely planned out yet. We'll start into that tomorrow. So there you go. All right. Well, hey, have a beautiful day. Also, once again, just to let all the folks know, I have to say this almost every time. For those of you who are new, this is a series that I'm doing where I'm actually making a film in real time. And the point of it is that if you're doing the same thing, if you're making your own film and you want to see someone who's making a film in real time, that's what I'm doing. And so you can go back and watch all of the videos that I've made on this particular film and see how I'm doing it step by step. And it's that way to help you to use the kind of software that works well for you and helps you to, could help you or show you how you might make your own film. Okay, folks, have a great day. Don't forget to thank God for your talents and gifts, all right? And I will see you all tomorrow.